Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. If you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the 76ers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Hornets. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for Philadelphia, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
You know, that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. In the backcourt, it's Graham and Rozier. Washington out there with Hayward, and it's Biyombo at the 5. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid hold down the post for him. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 spot, so the Hornets win the tip. Pass to Biyombo, and stolen by Simmons. Harris outside. Back to Simmons. Now Embiid. Outside Curry. 4 on the clock. Embiid with a screen on Rozier. And the basket by Curry. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Pass to Washington. Rozier against Curry. It's stolen by Green. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Simmons passes to Green. Here's Embiid. Shoots over Biyombo. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
The first one falls. And so he hits both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Hayward finds Biyombo. Back to Hayward. And he makes that one.
Just a well-designed play. Hayward, with a number of options coming off the screen, decides to take it himself.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Back to Rozier. Biyombo with it. Embiid's there. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. 16 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Green, the pass to Harris. He gets that one.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 9 points. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark. Here's Philadelphia. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. To the wing on the left. Here's Embiid. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Hayward looking around. Kicks it to Graham. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going after steals.
Passes it to Biyombo. Graham with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah, no
that long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Now here's Green. Last game he had 13. Here's Simmons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the 76ers.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. Checking out the numbers for Tobias Harris. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 19 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. Look at Curry, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Hayward outside. Rozier against Curry. 2 on the clock. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Harris. Here's Simmons. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Right wing. Hayward outside. Charlotte moving it around. Hayward on the wing. They could use a bucket. Drains the three-pointer. Hayward's got 5.
Not a go-to shot when Hayward first came into the league. Now he's very comfortable pulling the trigger from there.
Simmons passes to Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now, here's Washington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Hayward. No good there. Good D by Embiid. Harris dishes to Simmons. Outside, Green. Fader on the way. Embiid, no good.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Back to Graham. His first shot coming late. The shot misses.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
The pass to Harris. It's Curry outside. He can't get that one to fall. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
And sometimes you have games like that, but you just got to shrug it off and move on to the next one.
And making an immediate impact in this league, Graham was a tremendous find in the second round.
Yeah, the 34th pick in 2018. Some scouts felt he had a low ceiling, but someone who never loses confidence because he's had to prove himself at every level. That makes you battle-tested, and it prepares you to affect winning.
That free throw, no good. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry. And then for Charlotte, Miles Bridges, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. And Martin subbed in for Rozier. And the second free throw, good. And looking at where the league has gone, Chris, do you miss the physicality of years past?
Yeah, I do a little bit, but I like how the league has protected the players. I mean, it's a fine line.
And Simmons slams it in.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
Philadelphia shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Charlotte making a switch here. Ball's checked in. And that one misses.
I mean, what you can appreciate about Simmons is his all-around game. I mean, he can score, he can pass, I mean, he can rebound, and he does it all at an efficient rate.
Now here is Martin for three, Bridges, and the three ball is good.
And you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
The 76ers leading by 13. Simmons looking it over. Here's Milton, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And it's ball penetrating. Here's Biyombo. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. No good on the free throw. You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, is it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. Martin's checked in for Charlotte. Now, here's Bridges, defended by Thibault. Now, here's Bridges, and there's the drive, and stolen by Scott. And here's Milton. He kicks it to Scott. Over Martin. Great D that time from Martin. Hornets trail by 16. Pass to Martin. Left side, Martin. That's tipped and stolen by Thibault. Now the 76ers on the break. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Oh, yeah, they certainly found something along the perimeter. Just an onslaught of three-point bombs.
Now, here's Ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Here's Scott. And finished off by Scott.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Here's Ball. 76ers getting the bucket.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's the three. The shot, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking. And you know, things got stagnant. That's why that offense looked so off.
The 76ers leading by 18. Pass to Howard. And here's Maxey. Here is Howard. Biombo with the block. Martin kicks to Ball. Lets it go with the three. Milton grabs the board.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. With the drive. Here's Biombo. And then Biombo with the dunk.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And here are the 76ers now. After the basket by Charlotte, Howard. It's good from inside. And the 76ers lead by 20.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here is Martin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Philadelphia leading by 17. Now Milton coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Takes the three. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Here's Simmons. He had 15 points last outing. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers, Harris and Embiid hold down the post for him. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Like so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lores of the game of college basketball.
And Embiid drops them both. And here are the Hornets now, trailing by 19. Hayward on the wing. Back to Graham. Hayward outside. Fires for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. From deep three-point range, Graham with the rebound. Hornets trail by 19. Hayward outside. Back to Graham. Pass to Washington. Three-pointer. Hayward hands it from downtown. Hayward's got 8.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And there's the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Washington. Embiid, no good. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Washington finds Hayward. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Daniels is checked in for Miles Bridges. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
The 76ers leading by 16. Simmons passes to Harris. Driving inside. And slam dunk by Harris.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
Now here's Hayward. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Graham missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. In the second quarter. Wow!
Nice! I mean, how do you guard that? Simmons, he's a big guy with some incredible dribble moves.
Philadelphia shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Hornets trail by 21. Pass to Rozier. Hayward on the wing. 8 points for him. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Now here's McDaniels. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Graham missing. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Embiid with it. He's got 6. Harris's shot is off. Hornets trail by 21. Graham surveying the floor. And it's Washington missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here is Harris. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. The 11-footer. That shot off the mark. And the Hornets now going the other way.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
McDaniels passes to Graham. Here he goes. And the rejection by Embiid.
A stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
Five to shoot.
And once in a while, a team will have this kind of night where nothing is working, but it's still early. They have a chance to play themselves out of this funk if they just keep battling.
Now here's Simmons after Gordon Hayward's miss. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Embiid's got 8 points.
Sometimes this is all you can do on defense. Embiid is so aggressive and determined near the bucket.
And the Hornets call time here. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Now here's Green. 6 points for him. Puts it up from 15. That one is good from Joel Embiid. He's got 10.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Hayward outside. Pass to Graham to stop the run. Hits the three-point bomb.
I love Hayward's activity and anticipation, and then the precision pass.
Graham against Simmons. Knocked away. And stolen by Hayward. Washington finds Graham. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him.
Well, an efficient shooter. What makes Washington a threat on this end is his fantastic shot selection.
On the wing, Harris. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And that one hits back iron.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Washington with it. Now defended by Embiid. And it's Washington missing.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Back to Green. Shoots over Washington. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 8.
Ooh, the lift off the floor, the high arc on Green's jumper. It enables him to convert under harassment.
And here is McDaniels. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Rozier missing. Simmons against Graham. Simmons passes to Harris. Back to Simmons. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Now here is Martin. 9 points last game out. Outside, Martin. Driving the lane. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Everything looked good until the finish. Then it all goes wrong.
Tries again, and Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Martin inside. Defended by Milton. Offensive rebound.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. To the inside. Biyombo. It's blocked. Outside, Scott. Milton on top. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. Milton's got 9.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Ball with it. Now defended by Embiid. They get a hand on it. Outside, Ball. They need this one. And Embiid with the block. The Hornets shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Here's Ball. They grab their own miss. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. 8 points for him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
Now here's Embiid. He's coming off a 19-point game against Charlotte.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Martin. And he drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Hornets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Martin. The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. And so Martin nails both of them. Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Passes to Milton. Shot from the wing, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here is Martin. Here's Ball driving in, and it's sent back by Howard. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
It's Biyombo atop the key, tipped away. It's stolen by Milton. Here's Maxey. And the pass to Thybulle. Here is Howard, covered by Biyombo. Howard against Ball. Lock at 6. Got a piece of it. Here's Milton. His 3-pointers off the mark. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Kicks to Scott. Scott with a screen on Martin. Here's Thybulle. And he dunks it down.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now, here's Ball. Pass to Bridges. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Bridges has got 6.
Well, I love how quick Bridges makes decisions, including when he should look to shoot as soon as he catches it.
On the wing, Scott. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Milton. Screen by Howard. .34 seconds left here in the second. Passes it to Thybulle. Over Martin. Thybulle can't get it to go. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Hornets have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
One shot.
That's good from Ball.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Now here's Milton. Covered by Martin. Now Milton. Fires from deep. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid. Providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, as you look at the game so far, how would you evaluate yourself?
I think defensively I'm doing pretty good. Offensively, I still got to work on a lot of stuff. But it's going well. I just got to calm down, slow down, let the game come to me, and it'll be all good.
Hey, thanks for your time, man. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Charlotte.
They didn't show enough toughness in the paint on D. When you're getting dominated in the post, it sets a bad tone. You always want to win that physical battle in the area. Otherwise, you wind up with a score like this. I don't believe I'm watching this.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
The blocks are impressive, no doubt, but his intimidation factor actually prevents certain shots from ever being taken at all.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. On the court for the Hornets. In the backcourt, it's Graham and Rozier. P.J. Washington is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. And it goes down 2 points. Harris has got 6 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hayward right side. There's the pass to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Serious verticality from Washington. Soars up to the rim and throws it down.
Pass to Harris. Back to Simmons. Green deciding where to go with it. Back to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside, and he slams it down right on top of Bismack Biyombo.
The versatility of Simmons astounded him. Amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Back to Rozier. He dishes it to Graham. A 3 ball. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 7 points in the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Simmons passes to Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hornets shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Hayward finds Biyombo. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here's Embiid. Outside, Green. Back to Embiid. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got 16.
Wow, and he's an elite scorer with impressive repertoire. Embiid is outstanding at knowing when to exert his will on offense.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 8. Rozier for 3. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one.
And see, really because of that raw athleticism, Rozier was a mid-first round pick back in 2015. And you can see, though, that skill set is evolving.
Well, that's why Charlotte gave him a 3-year, $58 million contract. I mean, the feeling is he's still reaching his full potential. We saw signs of growth last year.
And the Hornets call time here.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, you got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Gordon Hayward. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Now here's Graham. He has 7. Rozier finds Graham. And the Hornets miss again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
On the wing, Green. Rozier defending. Harris looking it over.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Now, here's Biyombo. The kick out to Rozier. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Dishes it to Green. Pass to Simmons. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Charlotte has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Three-pointer, Graham. But they get it back. Here's Rozier. No good on that one. Curry with some nice D.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Hornets. Here's Biyombo. Lays it up and banks it in. Biyombo's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Knocked loose. Harris dishes to Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
The pass to Washington. There's the dish to Hayward. Graham gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Graham's got 10 points.
And the 3-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his second of this half. 3rd overall.
Pass to Harris. Outside, Simmons. Down low. The fadeaway. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 20.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Hayward on the wing, guarded by Green. Now, here's Rozier. Rocket 6. Three-pointer, Graham. And throw the ball's out of bounds. Graham touched it last.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. 1st in steals, 6th in assists, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, 1st in steals last season. You have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. Harris passes to Curry. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. He has 5.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Pass to Rozier. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Awesome body control from Rozier that time. Real hard to get a shot up and in while taking a hit.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 17. Graham with the ball. Passes to Bridges to the left side wing. Rozier for three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And, of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off-guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back to Milton. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Nifty move. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The pass to Rozier. Back to Graham. Inside. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
That is not possible. What we just is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Embiid. 22 points for him. Now here's Thibault. Not a lot of room, and it's blocked.
Oh, nice defense from Bridges. When he hustles like this, he's capable of swatting shots.
Hayward kicks to Bridges. Pass to Graham. Back to Bridges. Rambo trying to break free. Bridges misses. The 76ers leading by 22. Simmons inside. Biyombo on him. And stolen by Graham. All going up court. And the dunk by Graham.
Oh, great ball movement from Bridges there. I mean, the self-awareness, the selfless attitude leading to the wide open shot.
Pass to Harris. Now Embiid covered by Biyombo. Fade away. Good on the bucket. Embiid's got 10 points here in the second half.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 8. And the basket is good.
And this is one of Hayward's strengths. I mean, keeping the medium range shot alive.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Harris. Feeds it to Embiid. Rozier with the steal. .152 left to play in the third. He kicks it to Bridges. It's stolen by Milton. It doesn't go for him. And the Hornets now going the other way. Over to the wing. Charlotte moving it around. And there's the pass to Bridges. The three-pointer, no good. The 76ers leading by 20. Pass to Thibault. On the wing, Milton. Thibault kicks to Harris. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. Into the lane. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. Well, Hornets shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And here is Bridges. Rozier the pass to Biyombo. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Ball feeling it out a bit. Going inside. No good on the shot. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Maxey passes to Howard. Now, here's Maxey. Off target from three-point range. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Left side, Martin. To the inside. Outside for Martin. Shot clock at 3. Up and in on the layup. 8 seconds left in the third. Here's Milton from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll return shortly. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter. Number 4. So it's the Hornets now. We've got Mike Scott. Seth Curry is out there with Maxey. Then it's Green. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. The 76ers leading by 20. Maxey. That's tipped. And he's able to get it back.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
First one falls for him. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. So it's Philadelphia now. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. The kick out to Scott. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Now look, once Howard establishes himself inside, it's a problem, which is why the defense chooses to foul him.
And the first one drops.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And both free throws good for Howard.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. He dishes it to Martin. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now, here's Maxey. And rejection by McDaniels. Just you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10" or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, with that comes block steals and deflections. As long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better. Now, that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Curry kicks to Scott. Pass to Howard. Passes it to Maxey. Howard trying to free himself up. But he gets it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Free throw good, Maxey. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. And so he makes both from the line. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And the pass to Harris. Outside, Simmons. Embiid with a screen on Graham. And Simmons slams it in.
6'10" Simmons. I mean, he has some insane handles. He's phenomenal at creating for himself.
Now Graham. There's the screen. No good that time. Good D by Embiid.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
For three, Harris. And Rozier pulls it down. For Charlotte, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now here's Simmons. Poked loose. Harris outside. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Simmons passes to Harris. shoots from the right block. The 76ers with another miss. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Washington finds Hayward. Some solid defense from Harris. Philadelphia leading by 22. Simmons passes to Green. Out to the wing. Here's Embiid. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. The feed to Biyombo. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
Well, P.J. Washington defines what it means to be a modern big. I mean, the hybrid label has been turned into a positive.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that one falls for Graham. And he makes both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Graham against Simmons. Right side Curry. Latrey. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Harris. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. Now here's Graham. Shot clock at 5. From downtown. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Pass to Harris. To the middle. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. It's Curry outside. Hornets with the rebound. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball, and we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you can make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Here's Washington. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Graham a screen on Harris. There's the drive. Washington. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
But like most, Washington is at his best when he's attacking and at defenders. I mean, that attitude draws fouls.
The first free throw is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Just 3 to shoot. No good off the back of the rim.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now here's Embiid. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
You got to really wrap up Washington on the way up. I mean, he'll muscle his way through the contact.
Both teams will make substitutions. Free throw good from Washington.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Joe kept alive. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's just an athletic, strong big man. It's hard to guard Howard, given how powerful he is.
Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
And he's good on the second. And the Hornets call time here. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
Yeah, Rozier has great vision on the floor and sees his teammate in the ideal situation.
The 76ers leading by 21. Simmons with it. Driving to the basket, and he lays it straight in. Simmons got 25 points in the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Now here's Hayward.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Outside, Green. Chris, we know the business of basketball is red hot. Franchise values are skyrocketing. And not only that, Chris, the NBA is America's most popular sport among those 34 and younger.
Well, yeah, it was cool, Kevin. That bodes well for the future, right? It wouldn't surprise me in the next decade or so if the NBA became the premier sport league in the U.S.
Free throw drops for Green.
He's known as a three-point specialist. I mean, Green is also an excellent perimeter defender, a great role guy who plays within himself.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Tony Bradley comes in for Harris. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons. Both good from the line that time. 1:52 left in the fourth. And here is Ball. Monk kicks to Ball. Charlotte moving it around from past the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Maxey's got his fourth rebound in this one. Passes it to Green. Dishes to Bradley. The pass to Ferguson. 5 on the clock. Over Monk. Howard trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Ben Simmons.
What a teammate he was tonight, setting guys up for layups and open jumpers on what seemed like every possession.
And here is Howard, following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. Knocked away, stolen by Ball. Here's McDaniels, misses off the left iron. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the pick. Here's Monk. And it's blocked by Bradley. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. The dish to Martin. Long for three. He can't hit that time. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.